June 17th, 1994 is a day that sports fans will always remember. Remember? Arnold Palmer was playing his last round at the U.S. Open. Chicago was hosting the first game of the World Cup, and it was Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Patrick Ewing was going in for a ring as New York faced off against the Rockets. For sports fans, it was supposed to be one of the greatest days in history, until it got hijacked by this.
This is a Fox News special report.
Los Angeles Police Department right now is actively searching for Mr. Simpson.
Right now, we are okay, but you got to tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, but he got a gun to his head.
Don't.
That's all I'm going to do.
Hey, listen.
OJ's white Bronco blew it all out. No one remembered Palmer, the World Cup, or Game 5. It was all about the Bronco. And in life, the white Bronco steals your thunder. And Ron DeSantis knows what I'm talking about. Because this week was setting up to be Ron's week. His book went #1. He was fresh off tour, flying back from Iowa, sitting down for an hour-long, no-holds-barred interview with Piers Morgan on Fox Nation. The interview where we got our first national look at who Ron DeSantis really is.
There's this very beautiful woman who you didn't know, but she was called Casey. Turned out to be your wife.
Yeah. I thought she was looking at me. I really did. And, we did have the balls. And so I used the balls as a way to start talking to her. But, my view was like, look, what's the worst she can do? Not want to talk to me? I'm like, I am not letting this opportunity go. So we went over there. We started talking. We divvied up the balls, hit them. And then we went out after that. And kind of the rest is history.
So you have a bunch of golf balls to thank for true love. You do.
Who doesn't love a good old love story? Ron and Casey's story has everything. Casey could be Ron's golden ticket. But DeSantis' life hasn't always been perfect. He knows pain.
There was an incredibly sad time in your life, which was the loss of your sister, Christina, who died in London.
I remember my mom calling me. My wife and I were on our way back from church. It was like a Sunday morning, and she said that, Christina's in the hospital. She had a blood clot. So she was in the hospital for a couple days and then had the embolism and died in the hospital. You just feel like, you have your sibling, their future was robbed. And, it's just something I wish I could get back.
You're clearly feeling quite emotional thinking about it.
Yeah.
So we're getting a window into Ron DeSantis. I didn't know that side of him. Now we know he's running because he looks trim, like he lost weight. And there was a rumor going around that he was so hungry he was eating pudding with his hands. And he shot that down.
Have you ever eaten a chocolate pudding with 3 fingers?
I don't remember ever doing that. I'm telling you, maybe when I was a kid, but it's interesting. There's a lot of people when they go at you, sometimes they have like really good ammunition, like you're a crook, you did this, you did that. For me, they're talking about pudding. Like, is that really the best you got? Okay, bring it on.
But now you're not having puddings.
No pudding.
They're done.
No way. It's sugar, man.
Sugar, man. This interview was Ron's way of telling us he's running without really telling us. But then came the white Bronco, and the white Bronco was Trump. The country's been talking about Trump being arrested for 5 straight days. Trump's been getting free media. He's been fundraising off Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg. We hear he calls him Fat Alvin. And while Trump was at the top of the news cycle, he's used that opportunity when all eyes are on him to attack DeSantis. It's a clever little ricochet. Use earned media against your opponent. Today, he put this out. Ron DeSanctimonious' political consultants are failing to rescue his sinking ship. He can't move without him. It takes him forever to make a decision. And they're charging him and his globalist donors a fortune. Ron's poll numbers are crashing at a record pace. He's being abandoned by his most loyal people. Now, Trump leaked he was about to get arrested, and while he had everyone's attention, slammed DeSantis. He also front-ran the indictment so hard and dirtied up Bragg's case so badly that he may have killed the indictment. It may never happen. So the Trump-DeSantis relationship here is key. Trump takes credit for DeSantis' early success, and DeSantis is grateful for that early endorsement, but knows his success threatens Don.
It's like where Dr. Frankenstein creates a monster, then loses control of the monster, and in the book, obviously, the monster ends up killing him.
Well, look, at the end of
the parallel I'm making.
At the end of the day, what's best for the country, and let's put the country first rather than worry about any personalities or any type of individual ambition.
But
at the end of the day, I'm a vessel for the aspirations of the people I represent. It's really not about me. Ronald Reagan said, there's no limit to what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit.
That's true, but you're up against somebody who definitely cares who gets the credit, who's desperate to want to win back the White House and prove that his theory that he had it wrong.
Well,
is
I'm
true.
not up against anybody, quite yet.
DeSantis is saying he's a humble man, and it's not about him, it's about the people. The message is America first without Trump. He invoked Ronald Reagan, and later in the interview, he invoked George Washington. Listen.
At the end of the day, what a leader, you really want to look to people like our founding fathers. Like, what type of character? It's not saying that you don't ever make a mistake in your personal life, but I think what type of character are you bringing? So somebody who really set the standard is George Washington, because he always put the republic over his own personal interests. When we won the American Revolution, Washington surrendered his sword.
Like a glass of wine, this is a full-bodied assault. On one level, DeSantis is saying character is key. On another level, he's saying Trump's time's passed and he's the young gun. And there may have been a peaceful transition of power statement made there at the end. Are all of these attacks going to get lost in the blur of the white Bronco chase, though? Are these comments not blunt enough to hit Trump square in the face? Or are they measured enough to send a clear message to voters, but also not send Trump up the wall? Because remember, these guys are going to have to get along at some point. Either the primary, there could be a Don-Ron ticket talk, maybe. But as always, it's business, never personal.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.